Hey guys, this is Anthony Scott of ToyHypeUSA.com. I want to address some issues. There's a lot of emotional feelings right now in the community over the end of Masters of the Universe Classics after this wave and the Filmation wave that Super 7 is currently shipping. This line started in 2008 with King Grayskull as the San Diego Comic Con exclusive, and initially fully kicked off the following year in 2009 with a figure each month and then a mini subscription, I think it's September 2009. Uh, so, what you're seeing here are some of the final figures in the wave right now. And speaking of which, I just want to address some concerns. My personal views are that classics might return someday. Just look what happened with Thundercats. Everyone thought that Thundercats Classics was done in 2006. It was abruptly shut down along with Manny Collector, but here we are in 2020, and that line is coming back as announced last year at San Diego Comic Con. So I think there's a lot of mixed feelings. People are sad to see it go. But at the same time, we are getting Masters of the Universe Origins this year that Mattel is going to be offering up fall of this year. And that's updated from the 80s figures, more articulation, some great detail. There's really nice figures. And the two packs sold very well at last year's San Diego Comic Con. So I think it's going to be big. And again, with classics, I wouldn't be surprised if that doesn't return in 2, 3, 4 years. I spoke to Mattel at last year's PowerCon, and Origins could be around a few years. They said that there's at least 100 and I forget what the exact number it was. Let's say it was 150 characters that they could do in Origins, spread from 3, 4 years, let's say. But after that, anything's a possibility. If there's enough demand for classics, fans are very vocal about it. I think Mattel would definitely consider it. So just make sure to be vocal, you guys. They listen. Well, they have to listen because you guys are the ones that's buying all this stuff. But they definitely listen. There's a lot of people that are passionate about the brand at Mattel. And well, let's just see what happens. So everyone's saying that it's gone forever. Honestly, you don't know. No one can say for sure. Just again, look at Thundercats, and some great figures are coming. All right. So what you see here are some of the final figures. These are the movie figures that Super 7 just released, and I love them. These are amazing. These were definitely worth the wait. So happy that they got these out. The Four Horsemen have hit a home run with these figures. No one does it better than they do. And I just want to congratulate them for this remarkable job. The Horsemen really, really nailed it. Just look at the amount of detail that went into this. This one is He-Man right here. It's just amazingly detailed. I have their accessories. Some of it's in He-Man's sheaths and holsters. Extra head sculpt for He-Man. Little dagger right here. Oop. Karg is right here. And this is the other one that Super 7 had offered. So it's very very exciting to see these out. Let me show you guys the back of He-Man, and this cape is cloth. The sword back here. And Skeletor, I think the best of this wave. Just look at that. Look what the Horsemen were able to do. Look at all that detail, that definition, those great paint applications, the head sculpt. It's just amazing. And I just want to say this out there. We didn't have a chance to review these on the site. A lot of the time we review things that come in for review and just not enough hours in the day. So I wanted to put this video up on the weekend and just address some of the concerns that are in the community right now, and just to give you guys a look at these figures. Links to buy are below if you're watching the video. And that's God Skeletor. Nice gold paint applications. He's a repaint of this guy here. New head sculpt. Same staff. Definitely worth getting. And I also have here some of the other movie figures that were released over the years. That's Sorod, Gwildor, and one of my favorites, Blade. So there you go. Hopefully you guys have been collecting Masters of the Universe. I started in 2009. Not the first few figures. I had gone back and picked those up later, but I think I started in September when the initial first subscription was offered back in September 2009. I think Hordak was in that subscription. I don't remember who else now. It's been too many years. But if you don't have these figures, make sure to get them. Links to buy are below. I think it's worth it, even if you're not a huge fan of the movie. I think just having these on your shelves, these are just that awesome. And basically everything that the Horsemen sculpt looks really good. So, I'm a friend with the Horsemen. They're really good guys, and they just knock these out of the park, each release and everything. Speaking of the Horsemen, they are going to be involved in Origins. They are working on certain characters for Mattel. I think Evelyn and Tila, they sculpted. And I spoke to them about Modulok in my interview with them at PowerCon of last year. And I asked them how would they go about sculpting the character. And Eric said something about probably the same way they did the Motu Classics version. So my take on that would be he would break apart in all those pieces, and you can create 100 different variations of him, just like the Vintage Toy Classics, and that will roll over into Origins. So that's what you should expect from Modulok and basically every other character. It's just going to be an update from the 80s, more articulation to those figures. It's not going to be classics. These are going to be slightly smaller figures. And what I have over here is He-Man from the San Diego Comic-Con 2-pack that Mattel was kind enough to send over. Let me just move these guys out of the way. So that's how he looks along with these classics movie figures. All right, guys, this is Anthony Scott of ToyHypeUSA.com. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or anything, leave comments in the video on the site. Make sure to follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all social media. Upper right hand corner on the site, you will find links to social media, toyhypeusa.com. Just wanted to thank you for watching and thank the Four Horsemen for their amazing job on these figures. They are just incredible. And I will see you guys soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.